Did you use your, well, I mean, do we call it a career in fashion design?
Oh, I don't know. There's no career in fashion design so far.
But did you address any discussions around sexuality at that point?
Back then, I don't know. Probably I've always been some kind of a statement, because on the one hand, I'm a very shy person and I have my insecurities and my issues. But on the other hand, especially at school or kindergarten as well, I couldn't care less about other people's opinion, because I thought there's nothing wrong about wearing a dress if I feel like it, you know. And I did that all through. So probably just being who I am was a statement for some people, but obviously not for me, because I thought I just do what everybody should do, just have fun, you know.
Let's move on to becoming Conchita.
Yes.
So when we were talking beforehand, you said that maybe this would not be quite so exciting, but I mean, it's fantastically exciting, I think. So tell us about the process you went through to create your alter ego, Conchita. Did you design the character?
Yes, I did. I did everything my own. Oh my God, what an output. Basically, the whole drag character with the beard is because I'm a very lazy person. And yeah, I got an offer in 2010 to host a burlesque show, which would be weekly, every Saturday. And the lady who is in charge of everything, her name is Kitty, she wanted to have a drag hostess. And I thought, well, yeah, sure, I can do that. And then I found out, so if it is weekly, I have to shave week by week, right? And I thought, no, no, because I really don't want to look like 12 for the rest of my life. And then I decided to become a bearded lady, and that's basically where everything started. The moment I stepped on stage in this very small theater, many people gave me like the side eye, and especially drag queens, fellow drag queens. They were like, "You're not a drag queen if you have a beard. What do you think? You know, you have to pull on the full effort if you want to be a drag queen." And I found myself being really overwhelmed and surprised by that, because I thought, aren't we the society we want to get respect? And aren't we those people we celebrate diversity? So why don't you accept my style of being a bearded lady? I did not get it. And that was the moment where I found out that it is probably more than I thought. And now I use many opportunities, or probably every opportunity, to talk about things I think are right, and just, you know, really at the bottom line, just being true to who you are, because otherwise you have a very sad life.
There's a really interesting story behind the name. So most people think Conchita Wurst is a kind of a fun combination.
Yeah.
But actually, if you understand Spanish and German, there's a story behind it.
There is a story behind it, but the funny thing is that I did not know the story myself way in the whole process, because the name Conchita came to me because I have many friends from Cuba, and they have a little bar in Vienna, and we would go there like nearly every day. One time I stepped in there in full drag, without the beard and without anything, and then I turned to the barkeeper and I said to her, "Well, listen, darling, I need a name because I don't have a name. And how do you call like a sexy Latina that everybody wants to go out with?" And she said, "Concha." And I said, "Well, that sounds like a chewing gum. So that's not what I was going for." And she said, "Well, you know, the nicer form would be Conchita." And I said, "Well, that's nice. So I'm gonna be Conchita." And then I thought I need to have like a fabulous surname, like all these drag queens, you know, these glamorous, beautiful names. And then it wouldn't come to my mind. So I decided to go with something funny. And then I said Wurst, which basically means like, I mean, you know what Wurst is, right? Something to eat. But then I did not know this. So listen, in some areas, in Spanish-speaking countries, Conchita is the nickname for the private parts of a lady, and Wurst is a nickname for the private parts of a man.
Ah, okay. That's a different story still.
That's a different story. You weren't going for that one?
No. This is great. Yeah.
So that's embarrassing.
You've been quoted as saying that you have two hearts beating in your chest. There's Tom's heart and Conchita's heart. And these two characters, people, are different personalities who respect and appreciate each other. How much do they differ, the two, and is there ever a conflict between the two?
Well, we hardly talk. That makes things easy, but actually it's really the biggest difference is the talking, because you won't hear it in English because I can't do an accent in English, but in German Tom would have an Austrian accent and Conchita wouldn't speak in a proper German way, so that would be the biggest difference.
Yeah.
But even that shifted and even that blurred actually over the years I've been doing that now, because first of all I think I have way more characters in my brain that is healthy, so there are more hearts in here, but I haven't let them out yet. They are fun though, at least in my head. But it's a whole process, you know, because I really get bored of myself quite easily. So I have to do things to keep me entertained. So I involve and I just create myself almost every day a little further. Sometimes I have the feeling that with the original Conchita that I created, with all her, with the manners and her character and stuff, I sometimes feel that I did everything with this character that I could do. Because now I'm in this whole process where I find myself drifting away from this actually quite conservative bearded lady to become a little bit more rock and roll.